Learnings from Daniel Kahneman on your money matters. Daniel Kahneman, for those of you who do not know him, passed away in 2024 at the ripe age of 90 and was very well known for the pioneering work that he did in behavioral economics, which has helped in decision making more rationally. He did win a Nobel laureate. He did win a Nobel for that as well. And some of his work that he did with Amos Tversky, which is called prospect theory, has some very powerful messages for you as an investor or when you look at your personal finance. So here are our top 3 learnings that we have from the pioneering work that Kahneman did. Number 1, loss aversion. One of the things that tends to happen is very commonly that the way our brain processes losses is that it worries about them much more than the gains that we make. In simple words, the pain of a loss is about 2 times more than a gain made of an equivalent amount. I wouldn't be surprised if you remember some stocks that you sold at a loss, where you remember this many years after you made the loss. And maybe sometimes it even prevents you from buying equities just simply because of that message. You need to keep in mind that there are ways to deal with some of these biases that can exist, like loss aversion. For example, don't worry about short-term fluctuations and stay focused on the long term. Or focus on the positive outcomes that you've had with an asset class rather than the negative outcomes. Or last but not the least, build a diversified portfolio so that your losses do not end up being so concentrated that they end up impacting your financial life significantly. The second thing that you would see from a lot of the work that Kahneman did is this concept of System 1 and System 2 thinking. System 1 is very fast, automatic, happens in a jiffy. It's not very well thought through, it's kind of unconscious. And System 2 is slow, deliberate, very analytical. Both of these types of thinking are very important in our lives because you need some conscious decisions to be made, whereas some can be made unconsciously. However, you will typically find that things which require analytics, like your financial decisions, should be made using System 2 thinking. Third concept that you can think about is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is something that has been experimented with significantly. In fact, Daniel Kahneman himself did some work on this, where he gave young children a single chocolate and told them that if they don't have it and keep it with them, in the future they will get 2 chocolates. When he went and looked at the results many years later, he found those who actually did not have that first chocolate actually were more successful in their life, therefore demonstrating that delayed gratification can actually have real life benefits. For example, if you're very tempted by something that your peers are doing or social media and you want to go out and spend immediately, maybe it's a good idea for you to hold back and see whether that makes sense or not. And maybe this will help you more in your life. An example of System 2 thinking, which I spoke about earlier, is all the geopolitics and the concerns that a lot of people are concerned about today. You may find that if you go back and think about it, rather than reacting immediately using System 1 thinking, most times geopolitical events settle down rather quickly and financial markets come back to where they were. So all in all, I think there's a lot of practical experiences that you can actually bring in from Daniel Kahneman's work into your financial life. And we hope to do the same at PlanAhead as well, to help you engage better with your finances. To watch more such videos, please follow us on our YouTube channel and subscribe to PlanAhead Wealth Advisors.
Disclaimers. Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Registration granted by SEBI, membership of Basel and certification from National Institute of Securities Markets, NISM, in no way guarantee performance of the intermediary or provide any assurance of returns to investors. The information is only for consumption by the client and such material should not be redistributed. The securities quoted are for illustration only and are not recommendatory.